Hello, it's me Philip, and in this video we're going to be looking at a little Nintendo NES. I've got two. I bought two consoles with one power supply and one controller for £50. But when I put a game in, I just get the red flashing LED. So what I did, I've ordered two new 72 pin connector for NES from AliExpress for about £10. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video, and I'm going to hope that these, the audio and video, are really tight, so I don't think they've been used. I think that people must have just been using the RF, but I've never opened one of these before. I'm going to take that game out. The game doesn't slot in there very good, but it is a nice fit on the new ones. So I'm assuming that just goes like that, and the game goes up and down. So I'm going to open this up and swap it over, hopefully without breaking anything. Two for £50, is that a good buy? I thought so. I mean, the controllers are normally around a tenner, plus a tenner for a power supply, but I've had to spend an extra £5 each. Well, I'll have to get another power supply and another. I've got a controller somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure I have. I don't think these have been opened because I can hear a nice click. Right, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One still in this bottom corner. Six screws in the bottom. And if I'm right, the top just lifts off. And it does. So we can take this RF shield off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Are these all going to be the same size? Right, they're all the same size. So we can get rid of that. I've got some water or something inside here. I've got a very rusty screw here. I hope I can get that out. So the gold ones are at the back and the silver ones are at the front, because I think that's got to come off next. I'm going to start off with that corroded one. It's not going to turn. No. I'm going to thread it. It's going to round off. I'll try a flathead. No. Let's just see if these are nice and loose. So this one should work. It's just turning to dust. Oh dear. Not much to get a bite on it. Oh, I thought I had it there, but I didn't. Oh, no. I'll have to try some flathead ones. Well, this isn't going very well at all, is it? Should have picked the other console. No, that's just going to ruin me screwdriver. I wonder if I can get away with one of these torque style bits. One of these T8, T9 type of things. No. I'm sure a flathead would do, but these are a bit too soft. And what else have I got? Try this one. No. I can't get it out. I don't believe it. It's just my luck that you'll have a simple little job. It doesn't even need soldering. And I can't get that out. Can't believe it. I'm not giving up. But the screw goes into the case. So it's not as if I can lift the whole thing out and try it from underneath. I need that screw out because it goes into one of these supports. If I drill it out, I'm worried about the heat build up melting the plastic. The rest of them are nice and easy to come out, but that one, I wonder if I can grab the screw and twist it with these. Oh, don't fancy doing that. No, I'm just going to end up breaking something. Right, I think I'm going to have to pause the video and work it out. Right, I've been grounding the nut off with my Dremel tool using the smallest one I have. It looks a bit rough there, but it doesn't look too bad once you're not looking out underneath the microscope. So it's nearly ready to come out. I've been taking my time because if you heat it up too much, it'll melt the plastic. Right, where are we? It's just starting to come away. That screw there. Hey! That's not too bad. Let's see what damage that I've done. I've taken out the other screws, so I cannot watch the video back and say where they came from. But hopefully this is going to lift out now. That comes off. Right. This all lifts out, and there are a couple of connectors there. One, two, and one front one here. Right, so that's going to need a clean because I've been grinding. But luckily, it doesn't look too bad, apart from this bit down here. So I've had to go through all of that because some little child has spilt the pop in there. So I've got a threaded piece which hopefully I can grip onto with a pair of grips and just twist out. Nice one. I wonder if I should replace the cartridge first before I do that, just to make sure that it works. So this just comes off, apparently, and the new one slides straight on. We'll give them a wipe. I'll put the new one. That was the new one, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. Okay, so at this point my microphone decides to go on low volume, so I'm going to have to do a bit of a voiceover. I'm a bit confused. I can't remember which cartridge slot is the new one. So what I'll do is I'll grab a game and I'll see which cartridge slot has the best fit. The old one will be loose and the new one should be a nice tight fit. So there's the nicely fitted new one. But if you remember, I did buy two of these cartridge slots. So I'll grab the other new one and I can compare them. They look very similar. And as I compare them here, I notice the hole at the back is slightly larger on the replacement slot. It's a little bit smaller on the original, a little bit bigger on the back. So I know I've definitely got the right one on there now. As it turns out, I've put a cartridge slot upside down. When do I figure out that I've got that on upside down? There, I've just figured it out. So I think that goes in there like that. Right, so we'll get the top back on here, just enough to test it. First, this is the first test. Obviously, I already know what's going to happen, so I'm not going to get too excited here. But there we go. We've got a picture, and we do have audio on there, I promise. And that's all working well. So what I've done here is I've taken the machine apart again, give it a good clean, and I'm going to put it back together. And I've managed to remove the threaded screw which I had to Dremel out. There it is there. So that's came out of the screw post. The screw post has got a small crack in it, but that'll be okay. This is an issue that I had. The silver screws go in the bottom, but when you put the brass ones in the back end, that's a new cartridge slot. And if you remember, the back holes are a little bit larger, so the screws don't actually screw in. They just dropped straight in there, so I can't put them in. Here's the original cartridge slot, and the screws are a nice tight fit. Obviously now they are too small, or the holes are too big in the replacement one, so they just drop in. So I can't leave them in case they come out and short circuit the board. So if you do put a new cartridge slot in, that's just something you're going to have to leave unless you put some bigger screws in. So my microphone's been turned down. I've tested these ones. Oh man. Robocop. Robocop's coming in and out. Yep. Dirty contacts on the game. Brilliant. Now, I'm getting bored with these, so yous must be. Trouble is, I've got all these to test. Tetris, Hook, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario 3, Rygar, Mega Man 2, and Techno Wrestling. So I'm going to test them off camera. It's boring. We'll put Mega Man 2 on. Brilliant. Excellent. Fantastic news. That is really good. That would have been so much easier if that screw wasn't damaged. But all in all, what a good result. So I've got this one plus the other one to do. and all these games seem to be working. They were found in a skip. Someone had thrown them out of their loft. So I'll hang on to the games. I might I might sell one of these little NESs on, but I'll hang on to the games because they don't take any space up. Super Mario Bros. 3. Is it supposed to look like that? That doesn't look right. That can't be right. I've got a problem. Super Mario Bros. 3 is not working. I was going to spray it with some contact cleaner, but I don't want to get it all over. So I'll use a bit of IPA on a cotton bud. I'll do that. It's got a bit of muck off. Is that better? That's better. That's the business. And Super Mario 2. I'll just rub a bit of IPA on there. Put it in there. Pop it in there. Cross your fingers. Uncross your fingers because it hasn't worked. In again. Switch on. It wanted to, but it didn't. So Super Mario 2 is not. Yeah. I take it you can open these cards up and have a look inside. No. What does the reset button do? Just switches it off, switches it back on again. Right. So this one is not working for some reason. I'm going to test all these games separately. And I'm going to mark off which one. I'm going to mark off which ones aren't working, and I'll look at all the ones that aren't working in a separate video, and I'll do the other machine at the same time. I'll link my skip find video in the description so you can have a look at that. So out of all these games, I was going to do another video, but out of all these games, there's only one not working. Super Mario Bros. 2. It's not really worth doing another video, so I may as well have a look at it now. So, I've tried cleaning the contacts. I'm just going to open it up and see what's... I must say, I've got this little retro scaler, and it works quite well. I wasn't very impressed with it on the Sega Mega Drive, but it works good on the NES. Right. It'll be quite one. Sure, you've just got to press them in. That's it. Coming from the bottom. Coming from the bottom instead. Right. Should that be open? Oh, it's got screws in it, man. Good God. How did I not notice them before? What an idiot. What a fool. Right. Oh, they're small. Now that looks rather clean. So if that's not working, I might be in trouble. I was expecting just to see a bit of muck. Let's have a look underneath the scope. They look okay. Probably be a good idea to give them a proper clean. Hopefully this is all it needs. I mean, they look good, don't they? Strange pattern on them. So let's put that back together and see if it comes on now. If you take the screws out, it just comes off like that. It's so much easier. I'm lucky I didn't break it. No signal. Here we go. Hey! Fantastic. Right, so is that the end of the video, or shall I put this in before the end of the video that I recorded earlier? I don't know. But that's all of them games working successfully in a brand new 72-pin card reader. Excellent.